Okay, you guys, we are just going to hop into this eBay sold video. This is the top, I think there's 11 things that sold in November that I just wanted to showcase for one reason or another. Either they were a used item that had a really great return or there was something unique. So the first item that I wanted to show were these BKE men's Aiden bootcut jeans. These were used and they did end up selling for $22.75 plus shipping. They were 35% off when they sold. Now, these I wanted to showcase just to show the power of men's BKE jeans. These sold really fast. I want to say they sold within 2 or 3 days, and I wanted to point out something about the BKE denim jeans, not necessarily in men's, but for men's and women's. If the tag looks like this, that is when they are selling for a much higher price. They're commanding a higher price when they have this dark sort of charcoal gray style tag. Those are the ones that are selling for more. If it's BKE and they are more of a tan or a brown tint, they're a little bit older, so they're not going for as much, but the gray tags are definitely selling for more. So after the eBay fees, the cost of shipping, PayPal fees, and everything, my cost of goods, the total profit that I made on these was right around $14, which was a pretty good return for only having been listed for 2 days. Do I think they would have sold for more than $22.75? Possibly, but I'm good just to get them out. I was actually a little surprised at how fast they sold because they were a size 30-inch waist in men's. Usually a 30-inch waist in men's tends to sit a little longer. So the fact that it did sell so fast for $22.75, I was more than happy with. So this item is a TLC Say Yes to the Prom Dress size 7/8 prom gown. So this actually came in a pallet lot that I had, and where was it? Okay, and so there was a flaw in it. So it did not sell for the $46.50. I actually took a best offer of $39 and free shipping, which I was perfectly fine with. The flaw itself, I did notate it. It's just right here, and I wish I could point on the screen, but if you look, I'll put it towards the center. There is actually a missing jewel. You see there right on the upper back line, there's a jewel missing. It doesn't, inhibit the wear of the dress or anything. So I just made sure to make note of it. And after the fees, the shipping, the cost of goods, my total net profit on this item was just under $23, which I was perfectly happy with. I had wished that it would have sold last spring during prom season, but it did not. It sat around, but obviously there are some sort of winter formals going on because I actually have a couple of dresses that have sold. So this was just one of them that I'm showcasing so far. So just under $23 profit, not bad. So I believe the last sold video that I did had another one of these Polo Ralph Lauren cable knit Pima cotton sweaters. And I think this is just going to be kind of like a repeat of what I said before, but this was a new with tag sweater and it did not sell for nearly as much as I thought it was going to sell for. It just kind of goes to show that Polo Ralph Lauren is really oversaturated. I can just tell by looking at this photo that this has been around for a while because I have not used that dress form in a very long time. I know that I took that picture in my basement. It was probably a year ago. So it finally did sell. And after shipping, cost of goods, and fees, my net profit was right around $17 on this item, which again isn't bad. But for Polo Ralph Lauren, I definitely would have expected more than a $17 profit on this sweater. It definitely just goes to show, and this is the lesson learned from this kind of thing, is that you do have to pay attention to markets. You have to watch and see, because what someone would have paid $50 for 2 years ago, barely selling for half, if not less than that now. So always pay attention to the market. Don't just buy something based on a sale price from a long time ago. Always be checking current sold comps. So this dress was a Nicole Miller, New York sequin gown. It was very, very, very pretty. And I was very sad that it did not sell for nearly as much as I would have expected it to. This was a dress that was listed last January with plenty of time for it to sell before prom. And it didn't sell for prom, which was really disappointing because I did pay up for this dress a little bit. So I did end up taking an offer of $60 on this dress. And so after fees, shipping, cost of goods, and all of that, my total profit on this dress was right around $35. Again, because it was new with tags and it was such a beautiful gown, I did expect it to sell for more. Now, could I have held steady, raised the price up a little bit, and waited to see if it would have sold for more? Yeah, I probably could have gotten more for it had I held out, but I've already held on to this dress for a year, and that was plenty long enough for me. So, you know, you really do have to decide what you are willing, or rather how long you are willing to wait for an item to sell, to hold out for every single penny you can get. After a year, am I disappointed in a $35 net profit? Yeah, I am very disappointed waiting for a year to get $35 for this dress. I was expecting at least $100 in profit for this dress, but it finally got to the point where I just wanted to get it gone. So I lowered the price and ended up taking an offer on it. And I just got my initial investment back because I believe in this business, cash flow is king. And so if you have all of your cash tied up in inventory for a year or more, I don't think that that's the way to go. So I just got my investment back and I'm just going to throw it back into the business and buy more stuff. So this item I did definitely want to showcase because it's an item that I know a lot of people would overlook and just not want to sell at all. And it's Alfred Dunner. So I wanted to showcase this because this is just a lesson that Alfred Dunner does sell. Just because Alfred Dunner is not this, you know, posh-worthy brand, which I believe, sold. I would have to probably double check. Otherwise, I'll stick my foot in my mouth. But I think I've sold Alfred Dunner on Poshmark even. If not Alfred Dunner, then I know for sure I've sold Charter Club and other labels that would be compared to Alfred Dunner on Poshmark. So don't just overlook a brand tag just because of a stigma or an idea that might go along with the brand. This item ended up selling on best offer for $17 plus shipping. So after the cost of goods, the shipping, all of the fees, I netted a little over $11 on this item. And, you know, it's one of the items that gave me the most profit for the turnaround and the time. And it's Alfred Dunner. So definitely don't overlook labels just because of a stigma. Always make sure to check sold comps and take a chance because there's a lot of people out there looking for merchandise. It might not be the people that you expect it to be, but they're out there looking. And this sold. So I know I've showed you men's Ariat jeans before, but I'm going to show you again because I think it's a really good label for people to look out for. And I know not everybody looks out for it. It's definitely kind of a Midwest thing. I know there's a lot of Ariat jeans around here in the Midwest. I don't know so much if there is a lot on the East Coast or the West Coast, but here we see Ariat a lot. Definitely also look out for Ariat boots. Ariat boots also sell for a lot in men's. So this pair of jeans, it did not sell for the $35. It sold on a best offer for $30 plus shipping, which still netted me over $22 on a used pair of jeans. So that just goes to show if you look for the right brand in jeans, even used, it can give you an excellent return. There is not many jeans out there that I can find that will net me a $22 profit. So anytime I see men's Ariat jeans, I snatch them up for sure. Okay, so I never really show children's clothing because I really don't sell children's clothing. I will every once in a while, but this was a child's Coogi coat. It is a size 4T. I actually had initially bought this for Benjamin, but it says a size 4 and a 4T, but Benjamin, who is my 3-year-old, unfortunately doesn't fit it. So I ended up just listing it for sale. It did end up selling on best offer for $18 plus shipping. It did end up going for $8.75 shipping, not the $7.25 that's here. I did it based on weight because it wasn't exactly going to fit in a padded flat rate. So, and then, of course, whenever I show you guys here, as I've said before in sold videos, when the shipping pops up here, that is just what it would be to my closest location. I don't know why eBay doesn't show it accurately when I bring it up here, but they paid $8.75 to ship it. And so after fees, shipping, cost of goods, my net profit on this item was a little over $11, which was pretty good for a children's coat. And it sold within about 2 days. So that was awesome. Next up are these J brand skinny jeans. So J brand, we all know, is a really good brand, right? However, these jeans sat around for a really long time. And when I say a long time, I'm talking like a little over a year I've had these jeans. They were like new. They didn't look like they had ever been worn, but there was no tags on them. They did sell for the $21.25 plus shipping. So they ended up netting me just under $14 in profit, but I was definitely expecting them to sell faster, and they really didn't. So that was crazy disappointing. Again, just goes to show that even the good labels are still taking time to sell. It just has to do with the market being flooded. It's definitely a style I know people are looking for. Skinny jeans are definitely in, and these were the sort of, I put in the title equestrian. They were kind of like the riding pants. You can see here they've got the little rider detail. So I thought that they were going to sell fast, and they didn't, but they did sell. So just a word to the wise, J brand jeans are not selling as fast as they once were. Okay, so this is a Levi Strauss & Co. men's lined heavy duty work shirt. It's fleece lined, I should have said. So it's kind of one of those, it's kind of like a jacket, but it's a button up like a shirt. It's really thick. It's for men who work outside. This was listed for, oh man, only 2 or 3 days. I did end up taking an offer of $20 plus $8.75 shipping. Again, we have this, it was not the $7.25 shipping. It was actually $8.75 based on the shipping location. This did go the global shipping program, so I did just ship it to Kentucky, and then eBay took it from there. After the fees and the shipping and the cost of goods, my profit on this item was just under $16, which was pretty awesome. Since it was only listed for 2 days, I probably could have gotten a little bit more for it had I waited, because like I said, when you sell something within 2 days and you take a really good discounted offer on it, you always kind of wonder, well, a day or two later, could I have gotten more for it? Quite possibly, but right now for me, I'm kind of in the season of wanting to flip things a little bit faster. So, you know, getting almost $16 back returned within 2 days, that was enough for me. So I went ahead and took the offer, and I sent it on its way. This item is a Columbia, pardon my trench, rain jacket. It has the Omni Shield and it's vented. It was a lightweight raincoat. It was a size extra large, and it sold for the $32.80. It was on sale and it did sell for that full sale price plus the cost of shipping. So after the fees, shipping, cost of goods, my profit was right around $24 on this item, and it did sell within only a few days, which was pretty awesome. It did come in one of the pallet lots that I had gotten, so I was very pleased with that. And nothing really to point out on this item other than the fact, don't overlook the rain jackets. Don't think that people are only looking for coats that are a little bit heavier. Sometimes people just want to wear a jacket to keep rain off of them. This was a very thin jacket, but it still brought a pretty good return. And Rerock for Express has still got it. Used pair of jeans, ended up selling for $14.03 plus the cost of shipping. So after fees, shipping, cost of goods, my profit on this item was right around $10 for these jeans. Again, I say it is really hard to find used jeans that will produce a $10 profit or more. Of course, the profit does depend on how much money you're spending on the jeans. So if you're spending next to nothing on jeans, a $10 profit is a lot easier to get. But when you're paying up for jeans, a $10 profit is a lot more difficult. So Rerock for Express is definitely one of those jeans that brings me in a lot more money. So always be on the lookout for that brand. But then, of course, you do have to pay attention to how much you are spending on jeans. Like, I only paid $2 for these jeans. So if you pay more than $2 for a pair of Rerocks, you really can't expect to get a $10 profit. It also, of course, depends on how much you're charging for shipping also. So all of those definitely factor in. But Rerock for Express is definitely a brand of jeans that I always pick up. And that makes number 11. That is all of the items that I have to show you. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up so that I know. Don't forget to subscribe for more content. Make sure to check the video description for useful links. And I will see you guys with my next video. Bye.